Programs that concern themselves with education. Videos, usually marketing pieces, about schools or particular curriculum products or about tutoring programs are a distinct passion of mine. I come from a family of educators, from kindergarten teachers like my mother to university presidents like my great-uncle. I feel there is no finer use of video than to honor those noble folk who do so much to educate our children and ensure their future. Here are some samples of my work. There are schools who teach, and then there are schools who explore. There are schools that fill in forms, and there are schools who form lives. There are schools who watch the clock, and there are schools who envision the future. Amid the constraints of 21st century living, as we struggle to redefine ourselves and our time and how we ought to educate our children, there's the way it's always been done, and then there's the Menlo way. On August 25, 2004, a ribbon was cut, and Menlo celebrated the opening of its new upper school facility. The event played out much as the new middle school opening had a few years before. Yet another resource had been created, another tool by which to reach and inspire Menlo students. It's reflective of a journey toward excellence that never truly ends.
The aspirations of the school have been in place for quite some time. The sense that every student who goes here is precious, matters, has a birthright to be engaged and stimulated and stretched in a supportive, nurturing environment. Those deep values did not come to this campus with these new facilities. They've been in place for quite some time.
The middle school can be a noisy place. This is not a school where the students are sitting quietly in their desks while the teacher is lecturing. They tend to be up at the board or working in groups or outside the classroom preparing skits.
So you will see children who have never played a team sport go out for a team sport and enjoy it, learn it, and begin to excel in it. You will see a child who's never acted go out for the play.
Now more than ever, all students need to be successful in mathematics, to graduate from high school prepared for a vibrant work experience or college. There are both urgency and complexity to this challenge if we want to assure that no learners are left behind. Educators need and deserve the best possible resources available. This is what Agile Mind is all about.
That you can use in a classroom to demonstrate things like taking a two-dimensional surface and rotating it to create a three-dimensional figure. I just can't do that in a classroom.
Agile Mind services are, at their core, internet-delivered instructional supports for educators, designed and developed by educators and continuously improved based on research and practice. The services support visualization of key ideas, comprehensive instruction, assessment, instruction planning and reporting on student work, all designed to enable teachers to make instructional choices and then see outcome data based on their chosen approach.
It's a belief system. You really have to have teachers and administrators seeing it and believing it. But the most powerful piece of that is student achievement. And when you can see student achievement results change, then that belief system is going to change.
Math is so abstract to these kids. Many of these kids don't really think abstractly. And so you really have to get down to their level. They need to be able to see it, in some cases touch it. You know, if you can incorporate the visual part with some kind of hands-on activity in the classroom that reinforces it, then they're going to learn it so much better.
With Agile Minds, you have a lot of charts you can move around, and especially with like the delta and the epsilon, you can move that around. And you can have quizzes on there and fill in the blanks where you can challenge yourself. And after you read over the chapter review, you can go back and you can, you know, after playing with those charts, you get a better understanding of it. You can quiz yourself.
From homework help to parenting skills and beyond, the Buddy system has provided over 2,000 hours of service for over 150 children. The Buddy system has joined SFUSD's Families and Youth in Transition Council and continues to shape the tutoring services for homeless children all over San Francisco.
They are a part of our Treasure Island team. We consider them family. They attend some of our events at the schools. They're not just this extra person for an hour to help. They're our family.
She comes to monthly Families and Youth and Transition Council meetings, so she knows what the background of these students are. She understands why these kids need tutoring. She understands that these kids are homeless, that they've been through trauma, and that they need people who are dedicated to serving them. It's been fabulous to have her come.
They can find tutors that can match the subjects that you needed to match on. We always have a chance to work with the buddy system to work better with the tutor or change it if we can't work with it. We're not like we're stuck with a certain tutors and we feel sorry or we can't communicate. There's always a buddy system there to help mediate, to make it better.
In a purely academic sense, the impact has been very measurable in terms of the amount of credits that students are receiving for their work.
On a Monday morning, students arrive at schools all over the country, ready to participate in a new kind of learning. This is the first day of a new week in Mathland called Setting Out, and the students will be doing activities aimed at acquainting them with the general mathematical theme for the week.
Okay, what you're going to do now is you're going to start building it and try and find, listen to the instructions, you're going to find the rule.
At the Rice School in Houston, Texas, Alma Sarmiento Salmon's 3rd, 4th, and 5th graders are beginning a week of investigating the connection between patterns and rules.
Start building it.
3 friends and yourself with a dozen cookies. How many cookies that you will get?
At the Richard Byrd School in Glen Rock, New Jersey, Teresa Bender's 3rd graders are working on understanding the connection between multiplication and division.
I want everyone to think about the number 13.
Meanwhile, at the Fort Foote School in Maryland, Sharon Hargrove works with her 2nd graders to develop their sense of numbers by looking at the relationships of number pairs.
Stick your Lincoln cubes together and find the pair that goes with the stick.
There is both joy and urgency in learning. Our children revel in the discovery of their worlds as we watch and marvel. Yet their future is certain to be one of constant complexity, diversity, and above all, change. They simply must learn. But urgency must never overshadow decency. As the world explodes into the future, the need for courtesy, respect, and simple kindness becomes increasingly important. In Menlo Park, there is a school where learning and kindness work side by side, where communication skills are as highly prized as knowing multiplication tables, and learning to love is as important as loving to learn. That school is Phillips Brooks, and every day our kids come running.